Happy Easter. Happy Easter. All right. So I just know how much time gets spent on this PowerPoint, so we're just going to do a little appreciating of it right now while our choir gets set up. Thank you. And I also want to remind you that there is a blood drive today. I'll just keep going around this way. That's good. So, thank you to our YouTubers. Hello, YouTubers. How are you? We appreciate you being here. And there goes my PowerPoint. Okay. So, you have the blessing this morning of the KAZUnity Band. Yeah. And yes, no kazoos today, but on April 16th, I'm really loud in the room. I don't know what's happening back. But so on the 16th, when we have the Ryan Biter Bernice Lewis concert, yeehaw, right? The KAZUnity Band will be the warm-up band, and we will have kazoos that day. So, all right, how we doing, Sam? Sam is working hard back there, and we appreciate him. Okay, how about...
And today you get to hear Penny sing.
But we're not...
Past, not the soloist.
Speaking
yet.
of that, Sam, let's shut this microphone off, please.
And good morning, I'm Reverend Penni Honey. Welcome to Unity of Flagstaff. Thank you. So let's do this thing. How about it? Wait a minute. What page are we on?
Just read mine.
We're going to have a little Eddie Watkins Jr.
They have been so good to me, so patient with me.
This is to prove they'll let anybody sing at Unity of Flagstaff.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone. There's nothing I need to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone. There's nothing I need to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place.
I am the place.
You are the place.
You are the place.
We are the place where God shows up.
Here we go.
I am the place.
I am the place.
You are the place.
You are the place.
We are the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Last time.
I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Yeah.
the KAZUnity Band. Thank you. And thank you, Ryan. We love the drums. Thank you, Robert Prater, for your bass, Steve Huffman on the keys, and of course, the amazing Marsha Wiesner, Trina Getz, Bruce Higgins, and I don't know who that other chick was.
Right. Did you see me? Did you see me double doing there? That flipping the PowerPoint and singing? They taught that in Ministry 101. So we got a lot of great stuff going on. These are just the little preview slides that we spend the time putting together during the week. And I do want to say a special thank you to Laura and Mike Lafferty. Look at the floor. Does it look so much better than it did? Yes, yes. Round of applause. This was not easy, folks. We moved every piece of furniture off the floor, we buffed it, we did it, and it was amazing. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you for that. So, happy spring, happy Easter, happy Passover, happy Ramadan, happy everything. How about it, right? Yeah. And there's the chorus I was trying to get to for you, but now you'll know it for next time. And now we are going to greet each other. Say good morning, say happy Easter. And you're going to do, what is that? You're going to do Amazing Grace right before meditation. I'll give you the cue. Just the instrumental, because they're going to be actually behind me with the music with bowls. Okay? Sam. Shut me off. So, okay. Can we shut me off? Hello. Welcome, welcome. Again. Thanks for coming back together. Thanks for indulging us. Again, KAZUnity Band, round of applause. How about it? That's what I'm saying. All right. You have landed at Unity of Flagstaff, as most of you hopefully know where you landed. And I am here to remind you that we welcome people of all walks of life, of all expressions. And I love when the room just keeps staying connected. I do. I love that. So what we know is today is Easter Sunday. Woo! Anybody got stories about Easter Sunday? I have a few. And we say Happy Easter. We say Happy Ramadan. We say Happy Passover. We say Happy, Happy. So welcome to Unity of Flagstaff, because all are welcome here. If you're here for the first time and you didn't get any propaganda at the front door, you let me know, because we want to stay in touch. Okay, now who's talking in class back there? All right, Keith, I'll have you thrown out of here, buddy. You've been thrown out of worse places. Thanks for being here, each and every one of you. It is my joy to wish you a happy Easter. I do want to remind you that we have a prayer team. Who here is a member of the prayer team? These folks hold this community in prayer every day. And when you find yourself in need of that kind of support, these are your people. And if they're not available, 1-800-NOW-PRAY, 24/7. Prayer works. We hear it in this room every Sunday, how it's working in people's lives. We celebrate that. So now I'm going to have Miss Suzanne Frost, our new poet laureate. Don't you think that's what she is? Here, honey, here. Do you want to use this?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm good.
However you do it. There you go.
Thank you, Penny.
Uh-huh.
What a beautiful morning. So this poem is a short one by Joyce Kilmer called Easter. The air is like a butterfly with frail blue wings. The happy earth looks at the sky and sings.
Love it. You all can only hope that my message will be that succinct. Deep breath. Thank you, Suzanne. Really, I think she is becoming our poet laureate, wouldn't you say? Yeah. Yeah. And she's got some more to share with us later that she actually wrote for today. So thank you. So we're breathing in. All the moments it takes to get into this one. We send them on their way. And we say, thank you, Spirit. We open ourselves now to an old story with a new thought.
And so we breathe into this moment, knowing that God is in it. We open our minds and our hearts now as we start to celebrate spring, Easter, our own divinity. And so it is. And so we let it be. All right. Once your life has become a constant communion, you know that all the techniques, formulas, sacraments, and practices were just a dress rehearsal for the real thing, life itself, which can actually become a constant, intentional prayer. And that's what we're going to do now. Prayer requests and gratitudes. I was watching the video last week, and I just got to tell you, it's my favorite part of the service. Well, that and the greeting part. To hear how prayer is working in this community to hear how connection supports each other. It's a cool thing. Go watch the video. youtube.unityoflagstaff.org, just saying. Okay, do we have any prayer requests and or gratitudes? Ooh, quiet.
I'd like some support for my brother-in-law, Dick Hummel, who had a knee replacement and did great with it. But as a result of that, kind of fortunately, they found some internal bleeding that was happening elsewhere. So he's in the hospital today. And we're just seeing the best outcome for him.
So we take that as information and we wrap it in light. And we know that healing is already present. We're affirming that now. Yes, dear.
So I'm grateful for Unity's support today of the Community Blood Drive program. Unity's blood drive is one of 2 Easter Sunday blood drives in the entire state of Arizona, and I welcome your support to help with the continued blood shortage.
We are affirming that there is just plenty of blood on the planet and right where it needs to be when it needs to be there. We don't have an abundance problem. We may have a distribution and collection issue. So we see it done. And walk-ins are welcome out on the parking lot, 11 to 4, Unity of Flagstaff blood drive. Karina is our, what are you, besides my really good friend? She's our agent, our representative. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Just call me Queen. Yes. Suzanne.
In gratitude for this beautiful Easter day. I also had a extremely close relative pass last night, and so I see her in the light with spirit.
So, Suzanne, we stand in healing around this and peace. And we know that in the passing, we are once again witnessing that love transcends all dimensions. And we feel that. And bid adieu and good tidings on the next journey. I have a big, fat, great gratitude because it was a lot of work to take this room apart and put it back together the week of Easter, have the floor polished and beautified by those beautiful Laffertys back there. And then we had choir, or no, what did we have? It's not choir, KAZUnity Band. We had band practice. That was it. And everybody just pitched in. Those are heavy pieces of furniture to move. And I appreciate that. We are an amazing community. We always have what we need. So thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you. If you participated in any way in making Easter happen today, raise your hand. Come on, Laffertys, you were part of that. Come on, come on. Are you sitting in the room? Raise your hand, because you are making Easter happen. All right, there we go. Are we? Oh, look, we have another one. Look.
Okay. Yeah, just gratitude for me. This is like music week for me. I'm just really happy to be playing and singing with our band and going to hear Ryan and Bernice on who I haven't heard yet, so I will hear Sunday. And also going to a concert with the Wood Brothers at the Orpheum Wednesday night. So one of my customers, it's his favorite band, so he said, come on, come see him. So this is like music week for me. I'm happy about it.
And we see that light shining in you, Steve. We appreciate you bringing your music. We do. We appreciate you. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Keith, they gave you a microphone, buddy.
Yeah, they're in trouble now. I'm just have ever since my wife died, Nancy. One of the things that she said in her will was that I should give the car to a friend of hers. And I've had the hardest time giving this car up because even though I'm blind, I still haven't run into anything yet. But anyway, I decided to last night to give her the car because this is what Nancy wanted, and so I'm going to give her the car, which means I don't have any transportation of my own anymore, but there's Uber and all that stuff. So anyway, but I'm just praying that God and everybody who's a friend of mine, which is everybody here, can help me get around when I need to. Thank you.
And there it is. This is what we do as community, right? How many people would be willing to give Keith a ride to church? How many people would be willing to give Keith a ride to pizza? How many people would be willing, right? He'll even buy, I know. So, Keith, what I can tell you is you're completely and fully supported in this moment and everyone hereafter. And about that thing of not being in any accidents, I asked my dad when it was time to take his driver's license and his keys, Dad, I know you haven't been in an accident, but do you know how many you've caused? So I knew you'd get a kick out of that. All right. Thank you, Keith. Yes. Might be time for a little transportation team, huh? Let's think about that in our consciousness.
Okay, Michael here. I just want to say Helen and I are very thankful. We went to a concert yesterday of wolves over in Arizona. They were howling. It was pretty neat.
Are they trying to get you to sing, Michael? Let them know the KAZUnity Band is looking for volunteers. Yeah. All right. How we doing? Yes, Mr. Ryan.
Continued for my father-in-law. He's got 3 or 4 weeks left of intensive chemotherapy and radiation, and he's just in a lot of pain. He's really miserable, and I've been down in Sedona with family the whole weekend. It's just he's kind of a grump anyways, but he's particularly really grumpy right now and just really in a lot of pain and uncomfortable and can't really eat much, and it's just really not a lot of fun to watch him be in that much discomfort. And so he's got 3 or 4 more weeks, and then they'll evaluate from there kind of where his numbers are at, and hopefully it looks good, but it's just been kind of a crappy process. And they're shuttling him back from Sedona into Phoenix, like 4 or 5 days a week. He's got a whole team of people taking him down, and so it's just been kind of a stressor, to say the least.
So we are holding Randy in the light. And we know that we live in physical bodies and they go through physical experiences. And so our prayer and our hope is that the family and Randy find a way to be at peace right in the middle of it. And he's fully supported, and so are you. Okay. So we have shared what's happening with us, and we've shared our gratitudes and our prayer requests. And we're honored to share that with you. We're grateful for the power of prayer and all the good news and the things to celebrate here. So take a breath. You may not remember every one of those prayer requests. You may not remember specifically every one of those celebrations, but feel that presence and know that we are connected. And so it is, and so we let it be. Okay, look at me. All I need is one more hand. There we go. Let's affirm our unity principle. It's really bright on our nice big screen. Look at our nice big screen back there, y'all. While you're turned that way, wave at the YouTubers. Okay. So let's affirm our unity principle. God is all there is, present everywhere. This is the force of love and wisdom that underlies all of existence. And now, Ryan will bless us with his instrumental version of Amazing Grace. Could somebody please get the lights for me? I would appreciate that. Thank you. And while he's doing that, I would like to introduce Miss Bethany and her son, Nathaniel. Thank you, because I almost called him the other son's name. They're going to be doing singing bowls for us during meditation. We appreciate you guys being here. We love it when you're here. We do. Yeah.
to wash over us. We feel the comfort of community. We feel the joy of connection. And we say thank you, Spirit. With ease, we allow ourselves to rest into this time. We consider the story of Easter. We consider the story of our lives. And we allow healing to happen. We feel ourselves dropping more deeply into the spiritual nature of who we are. We feel the vibration of the sound. And we breathe. There is peace here. There is ease. There is healing. And so it is, and so we let it be.
So this is one of these songs that I wrote with a good friend of mine named Bailey Cunningham quite a few years ago. I think I might have been like 19 years old, so it's been a few years. And songs have this way of growing on you as they take their own life, and you play them a bunch, and you don't play them a bunch. And I always kind of thought of this as maybe a little opaque and a little too impenetrable and too strange or something like that. And I never quite knew what to do with this song, and so I thought of it for this Sunday. But the song is called Believe in Blue. And in the song, this concept of blue, this sounds very out there, I guess, but this concept of blue is just sort of this like intangible hope thing, you know? It's like you go to the sea, it's this concept of blue, there's some source of life or something kind of like that. I've never quite articulated it to myself till this moment. If you can't tell. But it's just sort of this nebulous thing. You keep coming back to some sense of hope and some source of provision or something like that. So it's called Believe in Blue. And I guess you can interpret it how you want. It's when light fades and hope feels lost, we've counted all our costs. When I'm not me and you're not you, and neither one believes in blue, to the sea we go. To the sea we go. To the sea we go. When all is lost and all is gone, keep your heart up with a song. Believe in me like I believe in you, but most of all believe in blue. To the sea we go. To the sea we go. To the sea we go. Where there is fear, where there is doubt, have hope it'll all work out. We'll make it work like we always do, 'cause you and me, we believe in blue. To the sea we go. Can you guys try singing with me? The To the Sea. Ready? To the sea, yeah, we go. Oh, so nice. 2 more times. To the sea we go. To the sea we go.
Yes, you can applaud. Thank you, Ryan. And now Suzanne.
Thank you, Ryan. It's beautiful. I grew up by the sea, so it took me back to that time. What a beautiful day. So I wrote this poem for you today, and I'm dedicating this song to my mother. Welcome, Good Water is the name of the poem. On this Easter day, all is healed by the one who brings us all skilled, soft talk, subtlety, and hugs. The Almighty Spirit who protects mothers like you, Mom, children, teachers, all of us, and the rest of the universe. Our daily resurrection is watching the divine, loving breath of life each moment. All forgiveness and peace are around today and every day, which can feel like having a safe, endless opportunity to eat double cream French brie, but it's more than this. Spirit rises above and below Mount Agassiz, keeps out the bitter cold of despair, helps us climb to her miraculous peak and stay there. Radiant sun and empathic pine resolve difficult trajectories with infinite empathy. We emerge from winter storms with good water and sunny, cool skies, glistening attention to all our shared souls and the love we muster into each and every second of this and every glorious day.
We're just getting so cultured around here, aren't we? Sort of sounds like yogurt.
Yeah, like that's the
I
only
heard
culture
you.
I know.
I heard you thinking that. I heard that. Thank you. Thank you, Suzanne.
Too
Thank
much
you.
culture makes the yogurt go bad.
Too much culture makes the yogurt. Yeah, that's true. Well, we don't have to worry about that as long as I'm here.
What? What? Wait, no, go back again. I think we try again.
Okay, now we've got the battle of the bands. How's that? How do we do? All right, I'm going to have you hang on to that, and if I give you the cue, hand it to me really fast, okay?
You'll hear the cue.
You'll hear, you'll hear the cue. Okay, let's breathe. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, you know, that's just about right for me and Easter, because Easter's really noisy in my life. My favorite day of the year was Easter, when my grandma and I were doing Easter, because at 4 o'clock in the morning, we were in the basement making breakfast for the church. They were all upstairs singing, and we were making breakfast during the sunrise service. And I love that day. I love that time. So, Suzanne, thank you for dedicating that poem to your mother. I am dedicating this particular Sunday to my grandma Maine. Yep, best biscuits in the world, and I have the proof. So, all right, crucifixion, resurrection, and ascension. I said them out loud. There we go. And that's about as often as I like to go through those terms, honestly. I struggle with this. I do. I struggle a little bit with this story and the power that we give to it. You ever give power to any stories in your life? Any? Come on now. I'm not the only one. Crucifixion, the crossing out in consciousness of errors, is what Unity says about that. Crucifixion is the crossing out of errors in our consciousness, in our thoughts, in our behaviors, anything that separates us from our divinity. We cross it out. We get rid of it. We be done with it. It is the surrender or death of the whole personality, as Charles Fillmore says. The whole personality? I like a few things about my personality, Charles. Do I have to give up the whole thing? See through that human illusion, as the Course in Miracles says, and cross out those erroneous thoughts. This, my friends, is the path to ascension. That resurrection thing in Unity, we teach that it is the restoring of our mind and body to its original, undying state, is what Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, says. This is accomplished by the realization that God is spirit, and that we, each one of we, are one with that. The mind, the idea, the creation. This is where resurrection happens. When we cross out those erroneous thoughts, we start to come back to life. The divine expression that we are intended to be. And we are resurrected. Now, I know that story. I know the Easter story. And I could get into the historical arguments about that. And I started that way with this little Sunday message. And I can argue about the interpretations of how that story's been rolled down the mountain, so to speak. But what I'm inviting you into is a new thought about an old story. I'm inviting you into seeing through the literal and the darkness and the pain and the suffering and the sacrifice and all those words we don't use in this room very often. And the erroneous thinking some want to call sin. And I say, if it works for you and it does no harm, keep calling it whatever you want to call it. In Unity, we take language out of the scriptures and we metaphysically interpret it. How is what we are doing any different that somebody that is standing in the front of a room this morning preaching crucifixion, resurrection, and ascension in the literal terms? That's the interpretation they've chosen. In your life, you get to do exactly the same thing. Whatever you're experiencing, it is your interpretation that will take you to the point of ascension. And what does that need to look like? I don't know. Maybe it's blue. What does it need to be called? I don't know. The invitation is to know that we move through these layers in our lives. The punishment du jour of the day of Jesus, the Master, was crucifixion. It was to make a point. It was a political statement. It was you did wrong, you broke the rule, and now you're going to pay. And I'm going to put you where everybody can see you. Have you ever felt that way in your life? Where everybody was looking at you? You should be me. There's YouTube. Where everybody's looking at you for what you've done wrong. And the people around you are affirming how wrong you've done it. And you get one step out of line, cause a little trouble. Squash that right now. And in that day, the way they did that was with crucifixion. And the way we do it today is we beat ourselves up and we hang ourselves on a cross every time we think we are less than a divine child of God. Only every time. It was the punishment du jour. It was the punishment of the day. We don't do that in this civilized society that we live in now. But we do it. I do it. Maybe I'm speaking for people in the room and I shouldn't be. I do it every day. I hang myself up there and say, you did it wrong. You didn't do it fast enough. You didn't get enough done. You should have thought of that. Anybody? I shouldn't have said that is the big one. Not what I should have said. We do it every time we move ourselves away from remembering that we are the divine children of God. I am the resurrection and the life. This is a quote that is recorded as Jesus saying. And when he talked about being resurrected, I like to believe he was talking about being restored. That's why it's so perfect the way they line this all up with the seasons. Spring is about restoring that which has been resting, that which has been dormant, that which has not yet moved into its full expression. It's restorative when we remember that we're divine children of God. It's restorative to us and it's restorative to the planet. And this is where we find the gifts of Easter. See, the Christ in unity is the incarnating principle of the God-man. The Christ is the perfect word or idea. It was not Jesus' last name. It just wasn't. Of Nazareth, I think, was his last name. The Christ is the true, authentic human that is in all of us. He was not the exception. He was the example. He came to give us new laws, to love God, the God of your understanding, with all your heart, with all your mind, to be in the forefront of your consciousness, the God of your understanding. And then to love one another as yourself. And I say this, you've heard me say this so many times. That means you've got to love yourself first. So you see the divine, the God in yourself, and you love that person. You love that being. And then that goes out from you. And you love your neighbor, and I mean all your neighbors. I don't mean just the ones that are kind of more fun to be around. I mean the one with the barking dog. I mean the one with the back porch light that shines right in your master bedroom. That one. You love your neighbors. And you do it because it's the next natural thing. Because you love the God self with all your heart, with all your mind. You love that divine child, and it goes right out into the neighborhood. Great block watch. First, we move through the animalistic expression, Charles Fillmore said, and then we move through the physical piece of who we are. And as we're doing that, we are ascending toward our spiritual expression. So many elements in the Easter story, isn't there? There's a lot of things to believe and not believe. And I wrestle with them every year. I keep thinking this will be the year that I won't wrestle. I guess that's what I do with Easter. So many elements. What do I believe? We believe so many things that don't serve us. How about we believe the one to love our neighbor as ourselves? How about we believe that one? How about we believe this one? These works and greater you too shall do. That's what that example said. No pressure. It's a pretty big example, wasn't it? And then we start this whole thing. I see this happening around Easter. The believers and the non-believers, you know. The ones that don't really believe the way I do, so they're a non-believer. And the ones that do believe the way I do, we're all believers. What does that mean? If we start to separate ourselves from that, didn't we kind of defeat the purpose of him coming and telling us to love one another? Didn't we kind of defeat that purpose? Doesn't matter if it's Ramadan or it's Easter or it's Passover. Why would it matter if we are remembering that we are one with the divinity and we are that expression? Believe that. Hang on to that when you feel like you're crucifying yourself or you're being crucified. And I know there's a physical visual to that. Let that go. Okay, got it? Let that go. I still felt some of you hanging on to it. The crucifixion is crossing out that erroneous thought so that we can move into resurrection, so we are ascending into our higher expression, our highest expression. I am willing to walk through those erroneous thoughts. I'm willing to have those life experiences that just suck. I'm willing to do it because what this Easter story reminds me of over and over and has done for over 2,000 years is there's resurrection and there is ascension available to you. Choose that. Believe that. Your life is magnificent. It is. I like to say that we are a Christian-inspired community. I like to say that maybe Easter should just be about Easter eggs. But then I would miss the gifts of that Easter story. I would forget that I am going to walk through some really crummy time in my life. And then I'm going to be resurrected. And I'm coming back. And I'm not only coming back, but I'm going to be in an ascended level. Probably more energy. That could be scary. What is your resurrection? Where are you ascending to? Happy Easter. Oh, and let your soul shine. I should have tied it into the song. That's right. They're smart enough to do that. I don't have to walk them through it every time, do I?
It's all about vibe anyways.
It is.
Speaking of vibe, this is, an aside as I'm kind of getting my stuff together on here because I thought I had my chart pulled up. I got dressed this morning for Easter, I guess.
And we appreciate that.
Yeah. And I realized I was wearing all black and gray, and because I'm not much of an Easter person or bright colors person anymore. And I'm like, do I have anything in my wardrobe that is colorful for Easter? Because I know my little girl's gonna have a little cute little Easter dress when I go down to Sedona and see this morning. And I it would look ridiculous in pictures if Dad was just in all black and gray and his road boots, and it would just look very strange. But that has nothing to do with this.
And just so you know, you'll see these hiding all over. I call these my egg formations. They're little plastic eggs with affirmations in them. So, happy Easter.
When you can't find the light that guides you through the cloudy days, when the stars ain't shining bright, you feel like you've lost your way. When the candle lights at home burn so very far away, you gotta let your soul shine. Just like my daddy used to say. He used to say, soul shine is better than sunshine. It's better than moonshine. Damn sure better than rain. Well, the people don't mind. We all get this way sometimes. Gotta let your soul shine, shine till the break of day. I grew up thinking that I had it made. Life can take the strongest man and make him feel so alone. Now and then I feel a cold wind blow through my aching bones. Think back to what my daddy said. He said, boy, in the darkness before the dawn, he used to say, so shine is better than sunshine, better than moonshine, a damn sure better than rain. And now people don't mind, we all get this way sometimes. Gotta let your soul shine, shine till the break of day. Sometimes a man can feel this emptiness, like a woman robs him of his very soul. A woman too, God knows, can feel like this when the world seems cold. You got to let your spirit take control. Yeah, now soul shine is better than sunshine, it's better than moonshine, damn sure better than rain. And the people don't mind, we all get this way sometimes. Gotta let your soul shine, shine till the break of day. I know Penny wants to sing along, so y'all can join it. Ready? Used to say soul shine is better than sunshine, it's better than moonshine, damn sure better than rain. And the people don't mind, we all get this way sometimes. Gotta let your soul shine, shine till the break of day. You guys sound so happy. Let's do it one more time. I mean, seriously, it just sounds so nice. You used to say soul shine is better than sunshine, it's better than moonshine, damn sure better than rain. And the people don't mind, we all feel this way sometimes. Gotta let your soul shine, shine until the break of day. Repeat that. Gotta let your soul shine, shine until the break of day.
Yeah. What he says. You know, when I mentioned a couple weeks ago that sometimes you just got to put on the Allman Brothers and take a bubble bath, that's the Allman Brothers song right there. Let your soul shine. Let your soul shine. And I didn't bring our little table out because we didn't have room up here this morning, but that's okay. As you prepare your gifts, I do want to remind you that we appreciate your ongoing support, financial support of this community. It is what makes it possible for us to do this, have blood drives, be in the community, serve at the Family Food Center, and it keeps the lights on. We really like lights, we've noticed. So we appreciate that. We appreciate your generosity. I do want to remind you of a few things. First of all, there is a blood drive. They are taking walk-ups. There is a critical national shortage of blood right now. Critical. Even if you think you can't give, go give it a whirl. They'll let you know. They'll let you know. I also want to remind you, sign up for your Ryan Biter Bernice Lewis tickets today. That means it will guarantee your $25 price at the door. If you want to pay us today, you can do that if you have a check or cash. I take cash, right? And so do that today so that you can get that discounted. And invite people. We've got amazing, come on now. We've got amazing, this guy travels all over the country. Right. Well, this guy travels all over the country, and he's going to be at our community center right here for a concert. So bring people. Sunday. And lunch is included in your ticket price, so don't forget that. And then I'd like to draw your attention on April 15th, I believe it is. Am I saying that right? Is it Saturday the 15th? Okay, Paula, right? That's what we're talking about. Paula Rice. She has this amazing, it's this exhibition of her work at the Coconino Center for the Arts. Thank you. You can tell I don't get out much. So this is a big deal, you guys. And Paula is part of our family. Let's support her. So let's go to dinner beforehand. We'll go to Kachina. We'll all meet over there. Sign up out in the out in the, foyer. And then let's all go together and support Paula in this amazing time in her life. We love Paula Jean Rice. Thank you. Yes. In our community. She's part of our community. We are so cultured, don't you think? Right? And is there something else I'm supposed to be telling you? Yeah. Yeah, the food part. Can you imagine? I forgot that. So, yes, Marcia put together some folks, and we have some really great food. We'll turn the lights on the kitchen. We'll open up the curtains, and voila, there is food for you to share. So, oops, nope, don't do that. No. Okay, we are. Come on up here. Let's send those baskets out. I should have had you guys going out already, but that's my bad. So, let's bless these baskets. Abundance is here and now. Say this with me. Abundance is here and now. Made manifest. Believe it. All right, go forward and collect the cash. Don't forget, sign up for those tickets so you can get the discounted price, or we take cash or check today. You can see me about that. I'll be the one flying around the room. All right.
Did you mention the KAZUnity Band is going to be at that event?
And by the way, the warm-up band, now this really makes the ticket worth its price, right? The warm-up band is the KAZUnity Band. Woohoo! And with kazoos. So if you're interested in that, come see me about that too. We'll be happy to open that up. And look, they let me in there. Come on now. All right, so, and don't forget, on April 23rd, still says band in front of that. That's funny. So April 23rd, please plan to be here for the Bloomin' Annual Party. The center will provide the main dish. Thank you very much. And bring your favorite dish to share, and also bring something to eat. So let's celebrate our accomplishments, vote for our board members, and define our action steps, because that's what we're going to do. Remember all those cool lists we made? Yep, that's what we're going to put in action. So you want to know what's happening in this community, please go to the website, unityofflagstaff.org. We appreciate that, because people put some time in that. Check out that calendar that Marcia keeps for us. It's really cool. And now, you're going to just take those baskets and do what you do with them, and we're going to sing the receiving chant. So as you are comfortable, please stand. This is a Karen Drucker that Ryan was so happy to learn.
I was. Why'd you say it like that? I just had to...
No. He was. He's always happy to learn this stuff. It's awesome. I just say, can we do this? Yeah.
I was telling Bruce, there's a key change in here. If I miss it, it's just you're going to accept that, okay?
Yes, we won't. I'll notice it.
I
'cause
shouldn't
know
stumble
so
on
much.
it, but for some reason, it's...
Yeah. I do believe I will receive. Sam?
Just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind. Just a little bit of time. If it serves my higher good, then it will be mine. Believe I will receive. Just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind. Just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it will be mine. I do believe I will.
I got it, and you all missed it too. It's hard.
I do believe I will receive. Just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind. Yeah, just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it will be mine. I do believe I will receive.
We've got it now. It feels really nice. Let's just do one more. Dude.
I do believe.
Keep singing shout. How does the anything I want?
It is mine. Anything I want. It is mine. Anything I want.
Yeah, there it is.
It is mine. Anything I want. It is mine, anything I want. It is. Everybody listen to Trina right there. She's got it. Ready? Anything I want. It is mine, anything I want. It is. Two more times. Anything I want. It is mine. One more time. Anything I want.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is, and all is well. Happy, happy Easter, my friends. Don't forget the food. Don't forget to sign up for the concert and all that stuff. And don't forget, they're taking walk-ins at the blood drive.
Can they take the Easter eggs with them?
Yes, the Easter eggs are yours to keep. Please find them. There are 30 of them.